moving it right along, family. We got my girl Kendra G. As always, family, I ain't seen much of it, maybe 15, 25 seconds of it. She on the same planet with us. She looking for herself a man. Let's see if we can help her out.
Light yesterday.
I mean, I could work with this, but I think you're a pretty girl. So the more light you have, the better they can see you. But if not, we can stay like this.
Yeah, thank you. But I don't have a better light.
Okay, that's a little better. All right, Maya, you're in London.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 30.
30, and what do you do for a living?
It's actually thanks to you, by the way, but I'm a psychic medium.
You're a what, baby?
I'm a psychic medium.
And you're a psychic because of me?
I realized because of you.
How did you realize you were a psychic because of me?
It was, I think, 2 years. It's a long story, but it was 2 years ago. I was up watching your lives in 2022. I was going through a breakup with, I don't know, twin flame. But yeah.
And how did you realize you were psychic?
Huh?
What happened
so I was watching
to make you realize you were psychic?
What happened in my life when it comes to 2022? I've always been a psychic, obviously. I was born as a psychic medium. I didn't understand what it was, and I was religious in the past. So I would go to religion to find answers as to the way I was. But because of the time and everything that I was going through in 2022, it was a really hard time for me in my life. And apart from like prayer and stuff like that, 1:31 in the time for me, I was up at night watching you sometimes. That was like, it was funny. Like, I don't want to be offensive or anything, but it was also like not just funny, but it was really like educational. And I was getting a lot of like messages and things that I didn't understand at the time, but I would always write it down. And I was getting a lot of information about the people, about you, about myself. Just, it was everywhere in my life. But you would always talk about zodiac signs. That's what made me like go into astrology even more. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting more answers in spirituality than I did in
Fair use, family. Fair use.
Religion. So I'm writing a whole book about it as well. I've been doing it for 2 years. I'm mentioning you in my book as well. But yeah.
Listen, it's so crazy. I love how this show affects people in all ways. So I was wondering, you know, I have Susan, I believe in psychics. Now I do believe that everybody doesn't believe in psychics, and I honor that belief. I don't try to push my beliefs on anyone, but Susan's been in my life for about 8 years now, and I bring her on every so often, and she's not God. So let's start there. I don't psychics are not God. But she has predicted some very accurate things. Yeah, London, 30s is psychic. You have any kids?
Yes, I've got one child, one boy.
One boy. How old is your son?
He's 12.
Wow. Okay, have you been married?
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you get divorced?
10 years ago.
10 years. Okay, 10 years ago. All right. So we got Maya, London, 30. What's your zodiac sign?
Pisces.
Is a psychic. Are you a psychic and a medium or just a psychic?
I'm a lot of things, but psychic medium. So I'm a medical medium where I tune into like people's health, people's energy and stuff. Like I see through other things, not just messages. So I'm a psychic medium, medical medium, and an energy reader.
Okay. Also, mom to a 12-year-old was married. Was you married to your child's father?
Yeah, it was an arranged marriage. Yeah.
Oh, was it an arranged marriage? Now, tell me, what's your ethnicity background?
Somali.
Okay, so how old were you when you got arranged married?
It's a long story. I was 15, but I got married at 17.
Okay, and I don't know too much about arranged marriages, but when did y'all get divorced? And why did y'all get divorced?
It didn't work out because we weren't compatible. He was a bit older. So
how much older was he?
It lasted like under 2 years, 8 years older.
8 years older. So your parents set you up with him?
Family, yeah.
Family. So, okay, so in an arranged marriage, you can still ask for a divorce.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got divorced. Okay. So Maya London, 30, Pisces, psychic, mom to a 12-year-old, was once arranged, married, now divorced. So they're going to ask this: if you're a psychic, why do you need me to find a man?
I'm putting myself out there. And also, like, I wanted to speak to you.
First thought, nice looking lady, real nice looking lady. 12-year-old son, 30 years old. She ain't doing nothing. She a psychic. She ain't doing nothing. All right. She a psychic. You know she a liar. All right. Listen, bro. Everyone, listen. When I seen her, every woman I ever meet like this, bro, something always crazy about them. And I swear to God, whenever they look like that, they always act like this. Yo, I could have told you this how she was gonna be acting crazy and weird and strange, bro. And she fine as hell. But ain't nobody gonna be able to deal with her. You can't believe none of this. I'm telling you. Listen, when a chick tell you she a sacred, you know she go around lying to people. All right, listen, she a liar. She a liar. You can't believe much of this. All right, she looking for somebody to take care of her son. All right, simple as that, bro. She chasing the bag right now. Watch. All right, but I know I don't speak for all the brothers, so let's just listen, fellas.
With me?
Yeah. And
you
all these other times. Do you remember those?
Wait, hold on. I do, but I want to say this, Maya. I do want to focus on the show. So, are you looking for a man?
I am. But the other times I came on, it didn't work out because I had issues. There was always interference. Every time you would actually like pick me as well. But it was like my old phone, the camera wasn't working.
Okay, but this is my first time talking to you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I think I would remember you, but I haven't. Okay, so let's start as our first time. You ready? Mm-hmm. What kind of man you looking for?
Somebody who is connected to God, Source, the Most High. Like, there's so many versions to call God, but just somebody who truly like is connected to God.
So
the most.
You brought that up, and people in the comments when you said psychic, they are like demons. You can't.
I just told you, cold liar, cold contradiction. She just listen. That's her first thought when somebody asks her something like that. A man of God, because you know that's what they all say. That's the first thing they all say. All right, when they really just chasing the bag. She just chasing the sack. For real, she a cutie on duty. She just not in the spot. That's all. She just ain't on the scene. All right, but she got the same attitude. Her mission is the same. All right, she looking for a handout. She looking for a sponsor, fellas.
How you could be a psychic and still believe in God?
Yeah, so the closer you are to God, the more you see things differently, you hear things differently. You basically so the more heightened your intuition is, the more ability that you have.
If you believe in God, baby girl, you can't be a psychic. All right, because only one of y'all can know what we can't see.
The psychic ability, basically. Some people inherit it and are born that way, and some people can develop it.
Okay. All right. So any other requirements besides being close to God?
So that's the main thing. And then secondly, somebody obviously who is hardworking, somebody who's a provider, somebody who's a provider, somebody who is caring, loving, humorous, like all the good qualities, but someone who is very like a divine masculine. So the divine comes first before the masculine, because divine means connection to the universe, to God. So he's very like respectful when it comes to everything.
See, because a man like that wouldn't have no problem providing for her. See, you could skip all that other stuff and just get to the providing. All right. That's what she wants you to be able to do. All right. She trying to get her teeth in something. It ain't working. Because, fellas, I don't think she know 30. I think she older than that. All right. She understand. Listen, she been dealing with men. You see her. Men been trying. She impossible. Okay, she want too much. All right, and it ain't no pleasing her. All right, and you can't believe a goddamn thing she say. She a cold liar, psychopath. Trust me. Listen, bro, she is dripping off her. You know what I'm saying? She not even that good. You know what I mean? She can't even keep her story straight. You know what I knew she was lying. A woman tell you she a psychic off the top, you know she a cold liar. She go around lying to people. All right. And she thinks she get ready to pull one off today. Not today, sister.
What are your deal breakers?
Somebody who's not that I mentioned. Somebody who is violent, or somebody who's had, I mean, I don't want to judge anybody based on their past, but just somebody who doesn't have a good relationship with their ex or family and stuff like that.
Okay.
Sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories.
Should he look a certain way?
If it's on his side.
What do you mean?
The unforgiveness and holding on to grudges and stuff like that. So in an unhealed process, basically.
So you don't want a man that's holding a grudge against his family?
Yeah, who's still unhealed and going through drama.
Okay. Should he look a certain way, appearance-wise?
Just good looking in his own way.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Just, it doesn't really matter, but just something enough for a life, a stable home.
Okay. Could he have kids?
Yeah.
Do you want more kids?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Maya, let's do the Kendra Cam. You got to stand up and we see your full body.
Did I take this cardigan off?
Whatever you want to do. You don't got to strip, but if you want to take it off, it'll show up your shape better. It's on you. We got to see your legs.
Oh my God, I just realized. I hope you can still see it.
Okay. Can we see your legs? Okay. You seem small. We got you, girl. Maya, do you want the guy to be in London?
No, it doesn't
Matter to you? Okay.